Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to the third episode of how to create your Discord bot. In this episode we're gonna be writing two event listeners, one of them being when a member joins the server and the other one being whenever a members leave the server. So whenever a member joins the server, it will give him the member role automatically, and it will send a welcome message to the channel that you specify the bot to send it inside. And whenever a member leaves the Discord, it will also log that action in a member logs channel. I'm gonna now show you a preview of what we're gonna do. If you like it, continue watching. If you don't, please leave your opinion down in the comment section. Alright, here I will join the server that we have the bot inside with another account. Like you see, whenever the member joined, it tagged him in the welcome channel that we specified, and it gave out this embed that we created within the code with the description and the channel is tagged. And here we see on my the owner of the server client, we see that his role has been assigned, and in the member log channel it's logged that the member joined. Now I will leave the server from the other account, and you will see that it will send a message in the member log saying that the member left the server, and it will give the same information about the user within the message embed. This is what we're gonna do this episode. I hope you like it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the bot by pressing Ctrl+C inside the terminal, and then downloading the package that we need for this tutorial, which is Moment. So we type npm install Moment inside the console, and then we press enter. Once that is done, we go to the event folder. Under a guild folder, we create a file which is called guildMemberAdd.js. This is case sensitive, so please be careful about how you write the events. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing is importing the config inside of our guildMemberAdd.js file. So require config.json. We're telling about where that config file is, and then we're gonna import the moment package inside of our file. So moment, just like that. Alright, once that is done, now we'll start writing the code. So module.exports, and we'll name the event as it is guildMemberAdd. Like I said, this is very case sensitive, so watch out about the capital and the small letters. Now we'll execute the member object, and then we'll open the parameters. And now we need to specify the member role, the role that your bot is gonna automatically assign to your new member. So we go to the Discord, we go to the user settings to advanced, and we enable the developer mode. Once that is done, you escape out of it and you create your member role. But if you already have a role, you can just copy the ID of it. I don't in this server, so I'm gonna create a role called member. You can call it whatever you want. Give it the member permission, skip the step. Now that I have the member role, I can right click it and I can copy the ID of it. Alright, so now we go to our config.json file, and we put a comma at the end of the prefix line, and we add the member role ID, and we paste the ID between the quotes. Now we go back to the guildMemberAdd and we type let member role. You can name it whatever you want. I'm gonna name it member role equals to member.guild.roles.cache.get, and then we'll get the ID from the config member role ID that we just set. Then we're gonna member.roles.add the role, so member role. So what this line says, basically the role that we want to be our member role is that role ID within the guide that the member joined, and it will assign the member the member role whenever he joins. Now we'll create the message. So let's welcome embed. It's going to be an embedded message equals to new message embed, and it will automatically import it from the discord.js package. And now we'll set the title. By the way, everything from this and on is optional for you to set as however you like. but if you want to follow the scheme that I showed you in the beginning of the video, follow along. So the title is going to be member.guild.name, so the name of the server that the member joined. And the description, so set description, we're going to set it as welcome arrow, and then the icon, member.user.id, and then we close the arrow like that to the, we make it bold, so member.guild.names, and we do it like this, Discord server. Right, and now to make it go down a line, we put this special, the reversed slash n, and we will put make sure to check the channels down below to get started. And then we'll do another line, and here we will put the latest member count of the server. So latest member count equals to member.guild. I think let's see, let's look it up. Discord.js docs. This is how you look up properties about whatever you're writing. So we'll put the guild in here in the search bar, guild asset, and here we can see what information can we get from that guild. So let's see, we want the amount of members inside that guild. So we'll search around here, join that, not member count, here we go, member count. So you copy this and you paste it after the dots here, member count. So this will display the member count. If you want to make it bold, you just add these 2 stars at the beginning and the end of it. After that's done, you go down one more line and you type here we're gonna add our fields. I'm gonna be tagging 3 channels like I showed you in the beginning of the video. If you want to tag 4, 5, 6, whatever you want, you can tag as many as you want. And if you don't want to tag any channel, just ignore these fields, but I'm gonna add it because it's nice to have. Alright, so space, and then we'll type the name of it to be we'll set the emoji to be book. If you wonder where I get these emojis, it's simple, from Discord itself. So you go to Discord, let's create a channel. Let's create a category actually. So we'll call it information, and then we'll call the first channel welcome. So here we're gonna send a welcome message. Alright, so we go to the emojis, and you will see the name down here. You see cold face, scream, you'll see the name. After we have done so, you put it in here as the first name, and I'm gonna put information, and then the value of it. So basically the value of the section, I will put I will leave it as this for now. We'll leave it as this. Then I will copy it a couple of times. I'm gonna tag 3 channels. I'm gonna basically, sorry, you need to put a comma at the end of them. I'm gonna put it 3 times. So I'm gonna make the other one a gift, which is gonna get the gift emoji, and then the last one is gonna be called stars, where I'm gonna put the get roles channel. So get roles, and here giveaways. We save. Alright, now let's create the channels. So under information, or under whatever category you call the first one information, for example, the second one giveaways, and the third one I want it to be get roles. We're gonna do a tutorial in the future about how to make your bot assign members roles by them clicking on a reaction, and then removing the roles by them unclicking on the reaction. Simple as that. Alright, now we open our Visual Studio Code just like that on another site. There you go. You go to your config.json file and you add the IDs of the channels. So let's add first of all the welcome ID. So welcome ID, and that's gonna be the ID of this channel, and then we'll add the information, copy the information ID, we put it between quotes like usual, and then the giveaways we copy it, it's very simple. And like I said, you can change it to whatever you want, whatever channels you want. So now get roles ID. But now that we're already added, let's create a logs category. So logs, just like that, and we'll add member log. So here we will log the members, and make sure to put the category to administrators only, or you can add the role that you want to see the show the channels to. So not everybody in the server sees your server logs, you know what I mean? Once that is done, you copy the ID, the same concept, member logs ID. You can, by the way, name these whatever you want, but I'm just naming them like that so I know what channel is what. You paste and you Control S to save. Now you go back to the member guildMemberAdd.js, and then you add the $. Sorry, these quotes need to be the special one, the backticks, so you can add the $ and parameter section. So let's do that real quick, like that, and here we'll type config.information_id. It will auto complete it for you. Now config.giveaways ID, and here last but not least the config.getRoles ID. Simple as that. Now we go down one more line and we set the footer, because we're gonna make the embed look nice. We're gonna set the footer to contain some information. So member.user.username, then hashtag, and then the member.user.discriminator. See if I type it correctly, hopefully. Now you comma out of this and you type member.user.display avatar URL. This is case sensitive, like I always say, and then we'll set it to be dynamic, true, and we'll set the size of it to be 512. Now we go down one more line and we set the color of it. So if you want the embed to be colored green, red, whatever, put it as you want, but I'm gonna set it as random. So each time a member joins it, will give a different color to the embed, which is very nice. Now we'll set the timestamp of the message, and now here we will type member.guide.channels.cache.get. We'll get the config.welcome ID, and then we'll send first of all we'll type welcome, and we'll welcome the user that has joined, the actual member that has joined. So member.user.id, and then we will put a comma, and we will send the welcome embed. Alright, now that we are done with the welcome message and the auto member role, now we'll set up the logs for it. So we'll comment out the section for the logs so it looks more clean, and it's pretty straightforward from this point on. The same concept, you can copy and paste this, to be honest with you. Just change the name of the embed to be welcome log embed. The name can be whatever you want. You can copy this too and you place it down here, and instead of the welcome ID you put the member logs ID, and you remove all of this and you put the name of the embed between this parentheses. Now we'll change the description and we'll set it as information about the member that joined. Simple as that. And the fields, here we're gonna have a lot of information, so you can do this real quick. Delete the information here, leave it as that, and copy and paste it. So I'm gonna put a lot of information, 6 lines is gonna be, I think, yeah, 6 lines, and I'm gonna have the color to be green. So whenever a member joins, it's a positive thing that a member joined each server. So I'm gonna set it as green. And now you go to the first line. Actually, let's put the thumbnail to be the profile picture of the member that joined. So set thumbnail, simple like that. Member.user.display URL. We'll set it to be dynamic like usual. Dynamic, true, and the size is gonna be 512. So now that is done, we go to the field. So first we'll add as the first information the user tag. Simple, is gonna be the member object, and then the second is gonna be the discriminator, and it's gonna be member dot user dot discriminator. The third line is gonna be if the member that I joined is a bot. If it's a bot, it will return true. If it's not, it will return false. So very simple, member dot user dot bot. I forgot about one thing. So after this lines, you put n line true, so it looks more clean. So copy and paste this. Actually, let's copy it from here and paste it all over, just like that. Right, now we go to this value, name, and we'll put a present. So whenever the member joins, we'll get his present and we'll display it here. So member.user.present.status, and then down here we're gonna put join server at. That's why we require the moment package. So here inside the value we'll type moment, and then member.join at. We'll format it to be month, days, and year, just like that. And then we copy and paste this here, and we type join Discord as. So when the account was created, you change the member.user.created at. I'm pretty sure it's like that, yeah. And the same process here. All right, now we are basically done with the log and the welcome message. So how about we try it out right now? We'll restart the bot. So we'll type node dot inside the terminal. Let's see if the bot started. Here we go, the bot started. All right, now let's go to my dummy account, which is over here, and join the server. So copy, and then let's see what will happen. So here you go, welcome, and here we'll see it tagged the member. And to fix this, because we forgot about it, to have them in line together, these ones, we go to the Visual Studio Code, right back, and we add these to the end of this line. Make sure to put the comma. Okay, so let's restart and try again. I will delete this message, from this account. So let's kick this member, kick. All right, we'll join the server again. There you go. So here it will display the guild name, WelcomeRat. It will tag him, because the message embed doesn't work even if you tag the member inside the embed, it will not actually tag him. That's why we added this message. And then the latest member count, it will see we have 3 people in the server. It will display it. And if the member presses on information, is gonna take him to the information channel. Same with the giveaways and same with the get roles. Okay, now we go back to our Discord and we'll see the member logs. Here you will see the information about the bot. So information about the member that joined. User tag, this is the tag, this is the discriminator, and this if he is not a bot, so false. The presence is online, which is true. Join the server at this date. Join Discord at this date. You can format it as ever you want. You just look up the moment and PM. Okay, now we'll work on that whenever the member leaves. It's pretty straightforward and simple. It's the same process basically. So you create a new file and you call it guildMemberRemove.js. And all you have to do here is copy all of this and paste it here. We delete this for now and we change this from memberAdd to memberRemove. guildMemberRemove, just like that. And then we'll go down to the guildMemberAdd.js and we will copy all of this and we'll put it right here. Now we change the welcome log embed to the leave log embed, just like that, and then we'll copy this and paste it within the send. So whenever a member's leave, we'll change the color of it to red, and then we'll change the description to information about the member that left. Very simple. Then you restart your bot, and now let's see what happens if I leave the Discord. So leave server, we'll go here, and here we'll see a new message, information about the member that left. It will give us the same information as we have here, and we will know that this member with this profile picture or wherever left the server. So simple as that. Now we'll join back to show that everything is working with no errors. Sorry, I didn't mean to open that program. So join, and here you will see that he joined and he got the member role, and it member logged it here, and it sent him a message here. So this is how to do it. I'm gonna leave the code for the GitHub repository down in the description, so if you want to look at it there or copy and paste it, I don't know retail, but the important part is that you understand what you're writing so you can edit it later on. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode.